Welcome to another Demarcation Media Mega Construx review. Today, we are going to be taking a look at another handful of customs by Flustered. So a huge thank you to him for lending me these for this video. Without any further ado, let's just jump right into it. So here we have an Elite, and the Elite is 3D prints by Eddie K Prints, and then painted by Flustered. Now, I don't know if there's any mix of sculpt work by Flustered on this guy or not, but the first thing I want to establish is how monstrously huge this guy is. I mean, look at how tall he is compared to my Spartan. Huge. Absolutely huge. And then the paintwork is, of course, brilliant. Now, this guy was damaged somewhat, so I can't actually show you the full range of articulation that he would have, but I can show the details. And he's got a fully painted face, which is amazing. The chest details is it's just perfect. The back has a bunch of lights, I guess. Is that lights or just markings? I'm not sure. Yeah, paintwork is pretty much perfect on here. I would love to see some company take up the Halo license and start doing super highly detailed small Halo figures like this. Not quite chibi mega style, more McFarlane style, but with better articulation. I feel like somebody could do a lot. I mean, this figure is proof of that. Next up, we have Spartan George, the big man himself. This is an LS3D kit, so there is a lot going on. He is taller than a standard Spartan by a decent amount. We'll drop in that Elite. The Elite is still taller, so this is what size accurate Mega would look like. And the detail is beautiful. There is so much going on. So this guy has LS3D's movable ankles. So there's a little ball joint in there, so you get a little bit of movement that normal Mega figures don't get. The knee bend is pretty respectable for how chunky this guy is. And Flustered has just done such a good job. We've got the bullet holes on the one shoulder. We've even got the little 052 up there on his little, I don't even know what you call that extra bit of armor. The top of his helmet has some detail. Yeah, this is pretty much perfect. There's even varying shades of green. Mega just does all one color green for George, but Flustered has done darker green lower legs. It's so good. And he's even got a double jointed neck so he can look all over the place. Now, he does have a chain gun, and it is painted up beautifully. I believe this is also an LS3D part. It's perfectly done. The interesting thing is he only has one gripping point. So the handle up front is actually just a decorative handle, and you can kind of just pose his hand near it, but he's not going to hold it. So you got to make sure that you get your posing right with this thing. So here's a guy that most of you probably won't recognize. This is the dog from Robot Dreams, and this guy has been made very much from scratch. He's got a very simple look. It's a very simple comic book. It's a rather sad book too, but it's really good. And this guy is pretty darn good. He gets some articulation for the head. The face is printed up nicely. He gets some articulation for the arms. He doesn't really have articulation for the legs or the tail because he's kind of a solid piece down there. But he looks really good for how simple he is. I think it reflects the comic quite well. And then, of course, we have the robot from Robot Dreams, and he literally looks like he was ripped off the page. This is fantastic. Now, he does have a ball joint for the neck. It's rather sticky though, but this head, I don't know what the base is. It's a green head of some sort, so I'm assuming a Spartan. But he's got his little smile. He's got some cell shading kind of a look. His legs don't really move, but his arms are on ball joints. Looks like very similar to Claptrap. And speaking of Claptrap, he's got Claptrap's pizza as well. On the back, again, just kind of the cell shading look for some of the parts. Yeah, it's very simple, very effective. Not a custom I would have expected to see using Mega parts, but hey, I like it. I've read the book many times. I think it's a great book, and like I said, it's a rather sad book. So that little smile hides so much pain. So I am not a Fortnite person, and I kind of have a bit of a grudge against Fortnite because of the way it's kind of ruined the gaming industry. And Flustered is on the other side of the spectrum. He has made a lot of Fortnite customs, and I haven't really looked at many of them. And I decided to take a look at this guy because he looks really good, and I also just find this particular skin hilarious. This is Meowscles, I believe that's how you say that. And he's literally just a buff cat. It's hilarious. He's got a little tattoo on his arm. The gun he's using is just a Call of Duty gun, so there's nothing too special there, but the head is all custom molded. It does move. It was a little sticky there, but it does move. And I feel like it's properly undersized. He's got the jeans. He's got a nicely done belt. The belt even has the little belt holes in it. He's got, what the heck? He's got a paw on his holster. Does he have a gun in the other one? Yep, he's got plenty of weapons on him, and then his tail is even articulated. That's pretty funny. I've seen the Jazzwares figure of this guy, and I always thought he was funny, and I feel like this guy just is perfectly scaled down. Next up, we have Hunk from Resident Evil 2 Remake. Now, I really don't know much about Resident Evil, the same as the last time I looked at one of Flustered's Resident Evil customs, but I do know that Hunk is fairly popular because he's often recurring, and this dude looks fantastic. The head is done so well. The whole figure is cel-shaded. I don't know much about Resident Evil. I don't know what the remake looks like, but the cel-shaded look here is fantastic. He's got so much sculpted on detail. The pouches on the chest, the bags on the back. He's got himself a little machine gun of some sort. This is brilliant. He's even got a little symbol on his arm, which is great. And it seems to be like little bits of splattered blood from zombies and whatnot. The head, I think, is a 3D print. It moves quite nicely, actually. He gets plenty of articulation here. Yeah, again, don't know about this subject matter like at all, but man, does this look good. Now, I'm probably going to make some people a little bit miffed at saying this. I'm not really an Aliens fan or an Alien fan. I've never bothered watching the movie. I've only seen clips of it. It's just not my thing. But for those of you who do like the franchise, we have Ellen Ripley here. Very simple figure overall. There's a lot of paintwork going on. The head in particular is done very well. The hair is what is really impressing me with this one. The jeans look really good as well. The shoes are done well. You could use her as just a simple civilian in some scenes. But yeah, that head's really the standout here. And then there's the flamethrower, and this is done really well. I've not really seen this in film form, but this is a severe modification of, it looks like a bulldog with maybe a bit of AR attached to it. We've even got the little tube going up to the front from the canister there. That's great. That is such a unique looking weapon. That looks awesome. And then the wash over the whole thing is fantastic. I can't believe Mega didn't actually make a figure of Ellen Ripley since they had the Aliens license and they did a whole bunch of the Xenomorphs, but they didn't do her. That's just a little bit weird. Continuing with my lack of Aliens knowledge, I think this is just supposed to be one of the soldiers, perhaps? I'm not sure, but this is mostly pop and swap, which is really good. It's a really good pop and swap using Call of Duty parts. There is two weapons here. So this, I believe, is the standard Aliens gun. It's the pulse rifle, painted up super, super well. And then on the back is the incinerator unit, I think. I don't know if that's a flamethrower. It seems like it's probably a flamethrower based on that name. The figure as a whole looks fantastic, though. I don't know if there's a ton of added paintwork, but I'm probably making all of you so mad about my lack of Aliens knowledge. I recognize the main gun, though, and I believe this is a resin cast part, given that the handle is clear. I really like this pop and swap. I'm tempted to do something similar myself, although those legs come from the Ghost figure, and he's a little tough to track down. Of course, we couldn't look at any Aliens-related stuff without looking at the alien itself, the Xenomorph. Now, this is made with a mix of actual Mega Xenomorph parts, because they did a handful of them, and then some upgraded parts. So he's got particularly the legs upgraded. Now, you saw him start to fall over. These feet are rather small for such a top-heavy body, so he's a little more difficult to pose, but he does have more range of movement, and Flustered has put plenty of that weird, spiny, scaly detail on the legs, which is really good. The arms are a bit longer because they're using Call of Duty upper arms, which is really good. Big, big claws. And then the whole figure is done in a black with kind of a lighter gray, not really a wash, just like an edging done over the top of the whole thing, giving it that kind of slimy feel to it. It gives depth, which is great. The tail is painted up really, really well. The spines seem to stick out even more. It looks fantastic and definitely makes Mega's own aliens look a little sad. And our last thing to look at isn't a custom figure. This is a custom build. This is the power loader from Aliens, built using, looks like mostly parts from the Floodgate Firefight forklift. This has some articulation at the shoulders, not much forward and back at the actual shoulder, but the loader arms can move up and down. The legs can move forward and back, but they're a little loose thanks to those clips. And then there are some hydraulic tubes going forward. And then there are some handles. I don't know how easy it would be to actually get a figure on there. You'd probably have to disassemble some of this, but around the back, we've even got some of those lights. This looks really good. And again, it's baffling to me that Mega never did a power loader themselves. They did focus too much on the aliens. There was the alien queen even before we got a power loader. That seems like a major injustice to me. Well, there you have it. That is another very eclectic bunch of customs from Flustered. It really just shows off his range of skill, from the very simple stuff like the cartoon robot and the buff cat, to the really detailed things like the alien or George or Hunk. George is by far my favorite. He just is awesome looking. And also, you know, he's kind of the guy you want to have around if you've got alien horrors lurking around the corners. You know, I feel like that would be all in a day's work for him. Again, a huge thank you to Flustered for sending these along. I will have the link to his Instagram down in the description and in the pinned comment. Highly recommend you check them out. And let me know, what do you think about these customs? I look forward to hearing your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.